All right, welcome guys to today's live stream session with us at EasyFX Academy. We'll just give a little bit of time for more people to be able to join us. So just sit back, take some popcorn, just relax. All right, so we'll be kicking off in a couple of minutes, possibly in about 3 or 4 minutes. So let's say about 8 minutes past two, we'll be kicking off. All right, 8 minutes past two. Okay. So for those of you who are just joining in, just give us a couple of minutes. Like I said earlier, we want to give that little allowance for those who will be coming late, so to speak. All right, to be able to join us. All right, so this is 5 minutes past two. We're kicking off exactly 8 minutes past two. 8 minutes past two. All right, welcome again. If you're just joining us, we will be kicking off shortly. We are giving up, or we're giving out just a little bit more time for those of us who are not around to, join in. So exactly 8 minutes past two, we'll kick off. All right, so just sit back and relax. All right, just relax. We'll soon start. Don't worry. For those of you who are enjoying my song, I can't remember where I heard the song. Okay, no, I do remember where I heard it. I do remember where I heard it. It was a jazz piece I heard a couple of months ago. All right, so welcome, guys. It's exactly 8 minutes past two. All right, so we're going to be kicking off our stream now officially. All right, so this the aim or the purpose of this stream, all right, is to be able to just hear potential trade ideas with us that we'll be able to play and possibly between today and tomorrow, all right, before the market closes. All right, so you can just have that time to scrape up that extra little bit of profit before the weekend, and you can just decide to spoil yourself and your family and just take yourself to maybe Disney World and just share all the money, you understand? All right, so let's quickly look at what we have today. That being said, please, if you have any commodities you love for us to look at together, feel free to drop them in the chat box and we will promptly look at it. All right, so if you have any commodities you want us to look at together, just drop it in the chat box and then we'll attack it. All right, together. All right, so let's see. Let's start from gold. there was a news release about 39 or so minutes ago, I believe. All right. And I was not, I didn't really trade or I didn't even look towards that. All right. But let's see what we expect gold to do. Give me a minute, please. So give me a minute. My chart doesn't seem to be loading up properly yet. Really? Wow. All right. Apologies for that. Um, yes, apologies for that. My internet just decided to play one or two on me right now. All right, but we're back fully now. All right, so this is the chart of gold. All right, so let's look at gold together. We'll just be looking at this session will be quite short. We'll possibly be looking at just a few, commodities, maybe like 5 or 6 together. All right, and then we'll just call it a day. All right, so we're looking at the chart of gold. This is on the 4 hour time frame, and I think the news release that just dropped a few minutes ago. All right, well, came out bearish. All right, well, you can see gold being bearish, or came out bearish for gold rather. All right, so this is what then I expect. Currently, I'm seeing that price is about to break below this previous resistance here. All right, this was around 2436.59 on gold. Now this is on the 4 hour time frame. All right, so we'll still get to push it down towards move towards the downside rather, and then get to slim fit or to check it on the lower time frame. All right, so I'm expecting price to still drop below here. If you know me, all right, or if you have been on our previous live streams, I am quite big on the break and retest. All right, I believe that that is a very good form of entry, or a very very good entry criteria to always watch out for. And one thing then rather that I'll be watching out for will be for this 4 hour candle to close below this previous resistance here. All right, so below 2436.59, if I get to see that this candle closes with the body below here, then I can now watch out for an entry. So what exactly would that entry look like? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I think I might then watch out for that. Like I said earlier, I break and retest and then hold my sell for quite a long while. Maybe up to, let me just use my Fibonacci tool here. Um, let's see if we can just find a spot we might just want to tabernacle at. So let's pick up this. All right, can delete this now. All right, so I think we can work with this. All right, so what I will be watching out for on gold, then on now this is on the 2 hour time frame. All right, we've already gone a bit lower, so I might be watching out for this to happen. Yes, I might be watching out for this to happen. Like I said earlier, one of the things that I'll be watching out for really will be for this current bearish candle to close below this 2436.59. All right, and then I can be fairly confident of that sell moving towards that end. And then we can just use a simple break and retest strategy, to enter in for that sell. All right, but um this would be my bias currently on gold. And I think if you're entering this, you can put your stop loss possibly, let's use this well, yes, this previous, yeah, so we can use this. Give me a minute, let me just mark it out properly. All right, and then maybe just raise it a little bit above here. All right, and then your TP can be as far as here. So this is just a 1:2 trade on gold. Your TP can be somewhere here. All right, just to be conservative, on that. So this might be what I will be watching out for to play out on gold. All right. So my entry criteria rather would be good break and retest. All right. And I'm watching out for to enter that trade around that 2436.39 region. My stop loss will be around 2451.08, and my take profit will be around 2400. All right, 2400. So I hope that is clear on gold. Something fairly simple and straightforward is what we're looking at to happen. All right. Let's just see USD card. All right. So I'll just keep on watching for gold to still drop during the course of today and possibly even tomorrow also. All right, so let's quickly look at USD card and see what we have. This is the market review, or this was our expectation during the market review, and I think I still would hold up with that for the meantime. I'm still watching out for USD card to drop also. But I want to be careful. We've seen price break out of this current range. All right, let me just draw that up a bit better. We had price range for quite some time here. It broke below it, then came back, or that's come back a couple of times rather. All right, so for UCAD, let's see. The majority of the candles I'm seeing here are telling me that there's a good enough rejection from the upside, meaning that there is a level of support, or sorry, a level of resistance that has been pushing price constantly towards the downside. You can see that we've had candles with strong rejections towards the upside for quite some time, even throughout this range. All right, that tells me that somewhere around there is a support, or there's a resistance where they're pushing price back down. All right, and that means that I might be watching out for more sales on USD card, but I want to be very, very careful. All right. I want to see if there's a possibility of us to still get to see, price break above this range. All right, this range is between 1.37571 and 1.37202. Let me make sure of that again. 1.37571 and 1.37202 is the range I'm looking at on USD card. So I'm watching out for the possibility of us seeing USD card still continue bearish. All right, but I want to watch out for the price action that will happen inside this range that we currently are in. So let me see if we can squeeze up something from maybe the 30 minutes or the 15-minute time frame. And if we can't, all right, you would hear that no trading is also trading. All right. It's better to have your money than to lose it in a trade. That's what they would do. But all the same, let's see. For the sake of being a bit more okay, for the sake of being a bit more conservative, there's this. So I think I might be watching out for sales on USD card right now. I just want to be very, very careful. All right. So, but let me put it like this. All right. In case you see entries for sales on USD card, I guess it's not a bad it's not be bad rather to take up or take up that sell. But again, I'll just give this as a disclaimer. Please be very, very careful on USD card right now. You can see that price currently just got to a support around 1.36993. 36993, yes, and you can see that there's a previous resistance, so we have a pivot around there, and price action is not necessarily looking the cleanest for the meantime. This has been the move that's been going on since Monday. Let me see. All right, this has been the move that's been going up since Monday, so you can see a lot of funny moves. All right, since Monday. All right, so let's just watch out for this. I might be watching out for this sell, but I will be very, very careful on USD card. All right, so quickly let me look at GBP USD also. And I think something similar to what I was expecting on gold is what I'll be expecting on GBP USD. Definitely, I am watching out for that price to still sell, or watching out for, price to still sell. And again, this is a pivot area we've seen here. This was our initial reaction towards the downside, our resistance. Price came back, broke above it, became a support around here. So then I'm watching out for the possibility of price still, that zone being used again, maybe as a resistance or a support, depending on whatever reaction we get to see. And I think a very, very clear, or a very, very simple form of reaction that we might be looking for again is the break and retest from here. I have two zones marked out here on GBP USD that I'm currently watching out for. The first zone is between 1.27700 and 1.27445. My second zone is around 1.27139 and 1.26894. All right, so I have those two zones that I'm watching out for on gold, on GBP USD rather. And that being said, I think we might still be able to watch out for GBP USD to drop a little bit into one of these zones. So again, as I've said a couple of times now, I'm just watching out for something as simple as a break and retest. All right, it's easier to work with something simple. I might pick this guy here that is looking very, very funny. This weird looking candle that looks like a dragonfly doji. Give me a minute. All right, so my entry might actually, again, just like I said for gold, I might just watch out for price to close below this low or below. Yeah, let me give us the coordinates to that. That is around 1.28132. So I might want to watch out for price to close. This is current candle, maybe on the 4-hour time frame. Let's use the value that the 4-hour time frame will give us instead. So that will be in about 339. All right, so 1.28132 is where I'm watching out for that candle to close below. All right, and then we might be able to enter in for that sell, get a break and retest, maybe even into this zone here, and then we get to hold our sells as far as this. So this current zone I'm watching out for that sell to go from is between 1.28280 and 1.28193, 1.28280 and 1.28193. All right, so my sell will just be something simple along that line, just entry here, stop loss just a little bit above there. So this is about 1:4. Yeah, this is about 1:4 sell trade for GBP USD that you might be able to capitalize on. So that sell might actually still last as far back as this second demand zone. All right, but I think to just be a bit more conservative, I'm just keeping it there. All right, so I hope that is clear for GBP USD. Let's quickly look at GBP JPY also. So clearly from from our market review on Monday, we're expecting on Sunday rather, we're expecting GBP JPY to be give me a minute. We're expecting GBP JPY to be bullish, all right, and we've gotten to see that happen fairly well. All right, so I marked out different zones that I'm watching out for us to get break and retests from. All right, initially. Again, if you have any commodity you love for us to look at together, please do all to drop it in the chat box. All right, do all to drop it in the chat box and we'll look at them promptly. All right, so for GBP JPY, I'm watching out for price to break above this current high around 190.954. So I think I'm still bullish on GBP JPY. I want price to break above 190.954, and then let's see if we can go down to maybe the 1 hour or the 15 minutes and get a fairly good zone to use for our entry. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let's see. Let me see the 30 minutes. So you can see that that previous point I just called now has acted as support twice. So all the rejections that we're seeing right now, all the little movements that we're seeing right now might not necessarily hold up. All right, so let's just watch out for that. I'm trying to look for, okay, you can use this whole area then. Possibly use this whole area then. Sorry, give me a minute. Let me just jot out a bit better. Yes, so currently I just want to watch out for price to break. All right, so something, let me, like, I can just ignore this for now. All right, so I want to watch out for price to do something like this, maybe into the 50% of the zone of that zone, and then we get to enter for a buys on GBP JPY. All right, so I guess that is fairly simple. So your entry for this can be, again, I'm trying my best to look for more conservative, more conservative moves on this, or more conservative entries rather on this. So let's use the 50% of the zone. All right, the stop loss can just be a bit below here. Maybe here is okay, and then your take profits will be around here. This is not giving us the best I'm looking out for. So let me see if we can get a better. So maybe something like this. Maybe something like this. So this is just basically 1:2 also on GBP JPY. My current entry is around sorry, let me get the coordinates to that quickly. My current entry is around 191.777. All right, my TP will be 197.460, and my SL will be around 189.065. All right, so again, my major criteria for taking any of these would be break and retest. All right, so I'll be looking forward to that rather. All right, so lastly from my end, let's look at Euro USD. All right, lastly from my end, all right, for just my end, and then we'll look at Jalal Sodi, you said AED CAD and AED CHF. So we'll look at those two. All right, and then I guess we might be able to call it a session after that. Yes, please, let's call it a session after that. All right, so for Euro USD, let's see Euro USD. Let me go up to the 4-hour time frame. Again. Sorry, just give me a minute, please. Thank you for coming back. All right, so for Euro USD, let's see what we might be expecting on Euro USD. I think one of the things I've been advocating for was for Euro USD to be bullish. I gave an entry criteria, which I'm sure if you were able to take during the course of the week, you should at least have been able to take up some very, very good profit. I gave an entry criteria for a break and retest of this initial trend line. All right, and we've gotten to see that happened quite well on Euro USD. This move from around this point, I guess, it was around, this is about 100 and something pips. So let's just say about 100 pip move, all right, towards the upside on Euro USD. So right now, what might we be expecting? So let's see. We've had price break above or break out of this channel here. Let me properly line that up. Okay, and I'm watching currently for, I want to see if this would line up. So this is one. This is going to be a weird looking sort of analysis on Euro USD, but just stay with me, all right? Follow through. And I'm sure you'll be able to understand what exactly I am looking at. All right, so let me delete this too so I won't get confused. All right, so I am currently watching out for a for sales on Euro USD. Overall, I think I'm still from a very, very large bigger time frame, right? Maybe from the daily or the weekly. I'm seeing that Euro USD might still go towards the upside. But I have something I want to say. That's what I'm trying to phrase it properly. All right, so let's see if this would happen. I get to see. Yes, and then maybe something towards this end. All right, so this my initial demand zone here might still be holding up around 1.08347 and 1.08037. 1.08347 and 1.08037 is currently where I'm watching out for buys on Euro USD. But still, I want to watch out for sales. So again, I'm watching out for. I'll be waiting for price to break below here. Let's go down to the maybe 2-hour, the 1-hour time frame. I think we can fine tune that a lot more. Yes. So I want to watch out for price to break below this. All right, so this current zone I'm watching out for price to break below is or this current point I'm watching out for price to break below is around 1.09137. 1.09137. So we might then be able to get price break above here or break below there rather. Maybe get a simple retest. That will be the third touch of our trend line, possibly. All right, if we do not get to see price go as far up as that point on the trend line, then we might just get to see price coming to maybe the 50% of this zone. All right, and then we get to see our drop. Either way, I think my entry criteria will still be along the line of what I said for gold and GBP USD. So I might just put my entry around here. My stop loss will be just a little bit above this region here. All right, and then my take profit will be around here. So this should be a 1:4 also. Yes, sir. Trade again on Euro USD. All right, so this is what I'm watching out for on Euro USD. I believe that is clear. The demand zone I'm watching out for is around 1.08347 and 1.08037. This current zone I'm watching out for price to break is around 1.09404 and 1.09137. So I trust that is clear on Euro USD. Quickly, let's just take the two commodities that Mr. Jolo also asked for, and then we will call it a session. All right, so AUD CAD and AUD CHF, AUD CAD and AUD CHF. Let's see what we have on those two marvelous guys. Let's start from the 4-hour time frame. All right, so I think AUD CAD has been bullish. Same with AUD NZD. What AUD NZD I saw, but we've seen some level of bullishness from this guy, and I think we might still continue in that wise. Let's see. Yeah, I think we might still continue in that wise. So let's quickly line up some people or some drawings at that, and then let's see if we'll be able to get a good enough entry maybe to join that trend. Let me go down to the 2 hours. All right, seeing that price has broken multiple previous highs. This was one of them. This is another one. The price seems to have broken rather. All right, and there is this current fairly standard order block that price is in right now. That's currently where we're seeing the bearish reactions from on AUD card, and currently it's looking like that zone might not really hold up. Let me see on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, now we've seen price break below this low also, this previous low around here, but you can see that it was more or less an impossible. So I think this was a news release that caused this. I'm quite sure that this was a news release that caused that sort of candle to be formed. Let me also mark out this place here. All right, so let's work with this. I think we might be able to watch out for interesting. I'm seeing something here, but I want to be very careful for it. All right, so Mr. Jola Osho, I think we might then watch out for overall. You can still watch out for buys off of this. It hasn't broken. Okay, this is good. This works too. Sorry, this point works very well. So I think we might still watch out for buys on this. We want to see price maybe drop a little bit lower to fill up this fair value gap left here. Let me see on the 30 minutes if we can be able to fine tune that entry a bit better. So I would use this. All right. Yeah, so let's go back to the 4 hour time frame. We'll read the 4 hour time frame. So let's see, we might get to something like this on AUD card, and maybe price continue towards the upside. All right, I'm saying that because we've seen that price has consistently made higher highs and higher lows on this end. All right, and then we've not actually gotten to see price break with a candle below this low. All right, and that was around 0.90128. Sorry, 0.90128 here. So I want to watch out for price to still continue bullish. So my entry might just be, or my current supply zone, demand zone I'm watching out for will be around 0.90518 and 0.90369, 0.90518 and 0.90369. All right, so that might just be what I'm watching out for currently on AUD card. All right, and if I'm just going by correlation alone, we might see the same thing, and my take profit will be around 0. Let me just give us that 0.91746. All right, so if I'm just going strictly by correlation, we might see the same, or we should be seeing the same thing on AUD CHF. Let's look at that together quickly. So we have this here. Let me move this down a little bit. We have this point here. We have price nearing here, nearing this interesting guy that looks like a valid order block here. So let's see again. Again, we're still seeing the same thing. All right, we're seeing that price is currently making consistent higher highs and higher lows. All right, and it has broken just a little bit above here, but it has not broken here. All right, then in that case, all right, so for AUD CHF, I might give us something a bit up, a bit counter to what I said on AUD card, just a little bit. I want to see price break above here. All right, to be on the safe side, I want to see price break. Sorry, I want to see price break above this zone here, between 0.58237 and 0.57984. Again, the coordinates are 0.58237 and 0.57984. So I want to see price break above there. Why? Because that will be the necessary change of character that I'll be watching out for. I'll be looking out for rather. Sorry, give me a minute. All right, so maybe something like this is what I'm currently going to be waiting for on AUD CHF, and then my entry can just be here. My entry can be here.